Are the Mariners ready for prime time? Can this team, built upon the foundation of all-out offense, get it done in the playoffs this time out? I don't know. We're taking on a pretty damn good Tampa team. They won 5 more games in the regular season than we did, although both teams stumbled a bit heading into the playoffs. This year was about changes for us, a difference in strategy, as the lack of player development over the past few years for some higher potential players. I think of Rudy Jovanovski as a great example where, you hope he'd be a second-line guy. He capped out as a third-line guy, and we've had too many stories similar to that, but then also way too many stories similar to an Isaac Benson, where, again, second-round pick, pretty sure he was a medium 6, again, caps out as a third-line guy. And on the defensive side of things, you look at someone like a Stamkos, where typically playing someone in the AHL, getting him that ice time, it's typically good enough. In NHL 20 this year, it hasn't been. So we give him an opportunity at the NHL level this year, and ultimately, losing a Finneganoff and having Doughty down in the AHL might not be the best way to go. Yeah, maybe keeping a Finneganoff would have been the best way to go. I mean, again, I still say it would have been another $10 million defenseman. Yes, if we moved Doughty and signed him, that would have been fine, but I think more than likely that would have been condemning Stamkos to not making it. That might have been condemning Long to not making it as well if we kept Doughty, and then we get into the circle, or the vicious cycle of me talking about these guys not developing, and then some people being like, well, you never gave him a chance. Well, I didn't give him a chance because you didn't want me to get rid of certain people, and because they're not developing in the AHL. It's been very tough to navigate these waters, and hopefully we still end up finding success, because when you look at these type of players, I mean, Joel Stamkos is not a bad offensive defenseman by any means. His defensive abilities just really haven't developed, and he's not a physical player in the slightest. Excuse me. You look at Brendan Long. That puck skills category is tremendous. He's just not a very good skater, hence the lower overall. Stewart is pretty damn well-rounded, I gotta be honest. The lower overall is due to the physical category, as you expect it to be with a lot of offensive defensemen. That said, heading into this series, I mean, the team you see is the team you're going to get. I mean, if there is somebody who I feel like is just getting ripped apart, then yeah, we have the Jovanovski replacement. We might change up the lines a little bit. Maybe I'll leave it exactly the same. Who the hell knows? It really does depend on just how bad somebody is performing. And again, the argument will always be, well, it's like, oh, well, say Richie's doing really well. Well, he's doing well. Why bump him up and drop somebody else down? He might do well if you keep him on that line, even though he hasn't thus far. It's going to be a constant debate. But again, we don't really have too many prime call-up options. Philippi Daig is by far going to be the starter for this series. He's had good moments in the past. We'll see if he has good moments in this series, and if it will be enough to get us out of the first round. This is the Tampa team that we are taking on, and if we don't win this series, I am going to be so upset. It's not a great team. The top 6 is solid. You do have an immense game changer in Johan Bemstrom, who has done very, very well for himself as of late. Oh, God. 26 of those points on the power play. That top line, Braden Point's 36 years old at this point, to show you how far into the series we are. We can hang with this team, though. We can. Maybe it's not such an insurmountable difference on paper. We can hang with that team. Defensively, I think we can hang with that team as well. It's better than our defense on paper, but it's not too crazy, and they have a 79 rated goaltender in Igor Shesterkin or Shestyorkin. Call him what you will. It depends on where you're from. In terms of the overalls, again, they're probably going to have the advantage. They won't in goal, in goal at least, but it just kind of proves the point. We should have a decent chance of winning this series. If we get swept, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, well, Tampa got swept in real life. Yeah, well, guess what? That's rare that happens. That's why it was so shocking. It happens all the time in this game where competitive teams or good teams just get absolutely fucking trounced all the time. And it would be nice. Did I ever make an alternate? I didn't. It would be nice for this team to catch a goddamn break is my point. Let's get this series underway. Let's get this show on the road. I want to see what hand we're going to be dealt today. And I hope it's a positive one. First period of Game 1. And a 2-all split. All of those goals coming within 3:34 of puck drop. As Vyacheslav Grigorenko scores, Riddle and Bemstrom score for the Lightning, and Alex Holtz gets on the board as well. So the big names carrying the weight thus far for both sides. They have a 4-shot edge. Didn't matter, though, on the board, and that's all that matters. Second period. Here we go. 2 goals for Michael Rasmussen. 22 shots to 14. And a 4-2 lead for the Lightning as we head into the third period. In desperate need of goals and better goaltending. Will we get it? Against a 79 overall goalie. So, you know, that'd be cool to score more than 2 goals with some of the firepower that we have. Thank you, Boris. That's within 1. That brings us to within 1. That's very nice. Thank you. 3 minutes left. Is it too little? Too late. It is. Because Phillippe Dag can't stop a beach ball because it's April. That's it. That's the only reason. I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be another... I'm sorry. I can't be optimistic. It's going to be another example of a higher-rated goalie falling in the playoffs. It happens time and time again, and it's probably going to happen here today. I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd be ecstatic to be proven wrong. But... I don't know. Eventually, you did this. You did that. You should have done this. Eventually, all those are going to run out. And then, eventually some people might just be on board with, boy, yeah, maybe this game mode could use a bit of tweaking. I mean, the guy who fucking tries to get people to play this mode and praise this mode, probably more than anybody, is kind of upset about certain things. Maybe he's got a point, or maybe he's just salty because his team can't win. It's one or the other, right? Sass. How you liking that sass? If you're not enjoying it, play something else. I do enjoy it because I like being sassy. Anyway, I do want to take a quick look. I'm not going to change anything. Calm down. Breathe. I'm not going to change anything. I just want to see who got ripped apart in that game. Top line did well. Second line, not so much. Third line, not so much. Fourth line wasn't all that involved. Defensively... second and third pair. That sounds about right. And then goaltending-wise. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, boy. Look at that career postseason save percentage, huh? He's played in 2 playoff games in his career and allowed 5 goals in both of them. The Phillippe Dag experience. Let's do it. Game 2. Game 2. Maybe we'll bounce back. Maybe we will. We better hope we do. Otherwise, we are in quite a bit of trouble early on. First period of Game 2. You know what? Yeah, maybe I am just salty. I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just tired of my higher-rated goaltenders always laying a fucking egg in the playoffs and not being able to stop anything. Every year? Basically every year. In this series and the Sharks series, how often in the playoffs have we gotten a higher-rated goaltender than the other team to actually do well? And yet you'll see teams win the Stanley Cup with 78, 79 rated guys who should be considered backups by EA's own overall logic from an article they put out a couple of years ago saying, here's how we define starters, elites, and backups. 14 shots to 6. We are down 3-0 after 20 minutes. Second period. Yep, just what are we doing here? What are we even doing? 5-0 Lightning. We have 14 shots through 2 periods. Cool. Can I make line changes, or am I not giving them a fair shot? Can I change out the goalie, or have I not given him a fair shot? Feel free to let me know. It's 5-2. We got 2 goals. Power play goal for Benson and 1 goal for Nick Ritchie. His first ever playoff goal, I'm quite sure. Boris Nazarov gets 1 as well on the power play. Grigorenko gets 1. And we're going to run out of time. 5-4. is your final. Boy, Toogie, you really can't clear your throat. Yeah, it's the bullshit-itis taking over my body. We got 4 goals in the third period. Too late, though. Mainly because Philippi Daig can't stop a beach ball, as I previously said. The Lightning have a 2-0 series lead. Daig did play the entire game, rocking that .833 save percentage, and he has never allowed less than 5 goals in a postseason appearance through 3 games. Well, good news is we head back home. Oh, wait, that's right. Home ice advantage doesn't mean anything in this game, so who cares? Oh, home ice advantage doesn't mean that much in real life. I know, but they always say it does. I don't know. Maybe it should. Who knows? I won't make any line changes because I'll get crucified, but at least let's take a look. I mean, if it's up to me, without pissing off a certain number of people, I would say Dominic Grosek deserves a chance, wouldn't you? He wasn't very good in the regular season. He can't be much worse than Philippi Daig's been now. Right? Right. But we could be down 3-0 in this series. I could take out Daig and people should be like, no, you should have played him in game 4. You might have won. And it's like, okay, if you say so, crazy. Appleby's doing well. He's doing what he does. Grig's doing well. Holtz, I mean, it's a point a game. I can't ask for too much more. Paul Cato's done nothing. Kamel yet to score a goal. Kostopoulos has done nothing. But if I drop Kostopoulos down, I mean, God forbid. Samard has a point. Nazarov's doing well, particularly on the power play. It's just the younger wings aren't getting it done right now. And then that fourth line has been okay. Ah, boy. But do I change it? No, I always change it, so I won't change it this time. There are some obvious changes that could be made, but we'll stick with it. It's game 3. Let's see if we can allow 4 goals or under this time, Daig. What do you think? That'd be pretty cool, right? Yeah. First period, and oh my God, we have a lead. We only gave up 5 shots, so Daig didn't have too much work to do, but hey, look at that. We have a lead on the team that has a significantly lower rated goaltender. Who'd have thought? 11 shots to 5, 1-0 on the board because Boris Nazarov is showing up in the playoffs, which is pretty nice of him. Second period. And it's going to be a close one down the stretch. Leach ties it. Trafford scores. Point ties it. Samard gets the goal that sees us back on top by 1. 23 shots to 12. A 1-goal lead heading into the third period of what might as well be a must-win game. Let's see what happens. Early power play. We've had a fairly efficient power play thus far. An extended power play that goes absolutely nowhere, though. Can we stop any momentum that Tampa might have? Can Philippi Daig actually do something? He's doing it. He's stopping pucks, and Stamkos gets the goal. Riddle scores. If Daig, I swear to God, if Daig let them tie that game, I would have lost it. 36 shots to 17. A 4-3 final on the board. Philippi Daig doesn't give up 5 goals. We win. Novel concept, I know. Even then, in the loss, he wasn't great. He had an 8-20. We won in spite of him. Okay? That is not a, see, I told you, leave Daig in. We won in spite of him. He was garbage again. And if he doesn't turn it around over the back half of this series, it's going to be a pretty short back half to the series, unfortunately. We're going to jump right into it. It's game 4. The home team has yet to lose in this series, as it goes down oh so often, and we need that consistent trend to continue here. So let's see what we got. First period of game 4. All right, Sandin and Gignac with the goals. 18 shots at 16, or 6. I wish 16. 6. We're down 2-0. Second period. Fire Philippi Daig out of a cannon. Paul Cato scores. Bemstrom scores. Kamel scores to bring us back to within 1. It's 3-2. 32 shots to 20. We're down by 1. Like, I get it, we've allowed 32 shots, he's given up 3 goals, but it's like, hey, I mean, Sjorkin, you see what he had done prior in the series, maybe not giving up 4 goals in a period, but, you know, not allowing numerous goals would be great. As Cato scores again, we have tied this game. What will happen down the stretch here? 10 minutes left in regulation. Are we destined for overtime? No, we're not. Because Day can't stop a fucking... Stop a puck, please! Please stop a puck! Fuck this. Kostopoulos scores with 34 seconds left. We're going to overtime, tied at 5. I am so sick and tired of our goalies not being able to fucking do anything in the playoffs. Oh, I'm so tired of it. Good God. A ridiculous final 7 minutes or so to this game. We're tied at 5 by some miracle. In spite of this game's ridiculousness and any goaltender that we have not being able to make saves in the playoffs, we're 1 goal away from having a tied series at 2 games apiece. If we lose this, we might as well forfeit the next one. Who wins it? Who scores? I don't know. Make your predictions. I don't really care. All I know is he better be wearing the right shade of blue. For the love of God, somebody, Grigorenko, anybody, Holtz, one of our top defensemen, somebody score the next goal for our damn team. Please, please, please. I want to die. All right. Down 3-1. Well, he stopped 42 shots. He still didn't do good enough, did he? Wouldn't have had to stop 42 shots if he could have stopped a goddamn puck in regulation. Now, wouldn't he have? We're down 3-1. We're down 3-1. I can hear the comments already. Well, yeah, you didn't do line changes, but you didn't play Doughty, and you didn't play this guy, and you should have kept that guy. But the team still made the playoffs and did about as well as they normally do. But still, here's the reason. It's not because the sim engine just says fuck you all the time. And no, I'm not saying me specifically. It does this to fucking everybody. I get comments every day about, hey, my great team lost in the first round again. Great team lost in the first round again. Look at this bullshit trade. Cody Ceci went for a first round pick again. Hey, did you see this trade? It's outrageous. Hey, what about this? What about that? It wears you down to see other people's experiences with this game, to see my experiences with this game, and now we're on the verge of losing in the first round again. I'm not making any lineup changes. I'm not doing it. Nope, Alex Holtz has 2 points in 4 games. Nah, don't worry. Game 5, that's his game. He's going to turn it on. He's going to turn it on. Clearly. Alex Holtz is going to turn it on. If I drop him to the 4th line, no, he was about to heat up. I'm going to leave him there. Rather than playing someone like Paul Cato, who can't do anything defensively on a higher line, but can at least put up points. Kamel, Samard, Nazarov. There are quite a few people that probably deserve that first line spot more than Alex Holtz. Probably. 30 goddamn years old at this point. He has 4 goals in 20 career playoff games. 4! But no, it's my line changes. That's why we haven't won. It's not because we have another fucking playoff choker here. Not at all. Good God. Well, what about his poise rating? It's an 86, and guess what? Poise isn't exclusive to playoff success. Poise is an outdated modifier that they haven't removed yet because coding's a bitch that just ever so slightly, and I mean slightly, makes it more likely for players to score. That's straight from the horse's mouth at EA. Do with that information what you will. I've said it before, I've said it again, I'll continue to say it. Is that enough sass for you? Game 5. Philippi Daig's in. Trust the team. Don't do line changes. Trust the team, and you'll start winning in the playoffs. Oh, it's a bad matchup. Oh, well, maybe you should have done some changes, you know. No one ever said don't make any changes. You could make some changes, just the ridiculous amount of changes. Yes, the ridiculous amount of changes in terms of scratching guys who suck in the playoffs or dropping people down to a line that they deserve to be on because they can't do anything. But who knows? Maybe there's a 3-1 comeback here. First period of Game 5, and we have a lead. Will it last? I'm not banking on it. Kamel with the opening goal, 10 shots to 8. Second period, we're up 3-1. Good Lord, Bemstrom scores. Look at that. Daig doesn't have an 800 save percentage. We might have a shot. Korobov and Cato both score. 25 shots to 20, 3-1 on the board. Can we get it done? Or will Philippi Daig allow 1,000 goals? Kavanagh, great job. 4-1. Will Philippi Daig finally show up? If you find a way to blow this, I quit. It's 5-1. Samard with the goal. And how nice is that? Imagine the offense continues to do well, with the exception of Alex Holtz. And, Philippi Daig doesn't allow 5 or 4 goals, 4 or more, and we win. That's simple, right? My higher-rated goaltender actually performs well. And we win in the playoffs. Novel concept. Foreign concept. But what a concept. In the great words of Smash Mouth. Apparently the AHL team is on to the second round. I haven't paid attention to them at all, but the Glasgow Clan are on to the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. We have stayed alive and forced another game here on home ice. It's Game 6. Goaltending-wise, Philippi Daig rocking an .865 with a .378 goals against average. Oh, boy. Appleby, you've done okay. Greg, you've done okay. Alex Holtz can kick rocks. You're getting outscored by fucking Paul Cato, a 19-year-old. Really. That's what we're doing here, huh? Joakim Kamel's been great. Nazir Kostopoulos has sucked. Samard's been good. Nazarov's been good. Nick Ritchie hasn't done much, but he hasn't exactly been a detriment defensively. And that fourth line, Kavanagh, Benson, and Korobov have done very well. Very, very well. Which is nice. Hopefully they keep it up. Defensively, we'll see. I don't even care to look at the stats. It's Game 6. After all this bitching and moaning from me, we might just make it out of the first round, or we're going to lose here again. We'll see what happens in Game 6. First period, in a 2-1 lead. Melnick on defense gets the goal. Braden Point ties it. Alex Holtz! Hey, buddy! Look at that! See, I told you he'd show up. Yeah, there's 1 goal for our best fucking player. Oh, he has 2 now. Look out. He now has as many goals as Michael Rasmussen had in 1 game. Look out. He's on a heater. We're up 2-1. 13 shots to 12. Second period. It's 5-3. Stewart. Cato with the goals. Lindholm gets one back. Greg on the power play and Alex Tuck. It is 5-3. We are still winning in spite of Philippi Daig being dog shit. It's 24 shots, 3 goals. Again, though, magically, at least our guy isn't as bad as Shesterkin, apparently. We go to the third, 20 minutes away from forcing Game 7 after being down 3-1 in this series, unless Philippi Daig wants to choke, which he might. Power play for Tampa is killed off. We should be good to go, and we definitely are now, I hope. Kamel. Kamel and Ritchie with the goals. I was going to say Melnick. It wasn't Melnick. It was Kamel. Melnick scored earlier. 7 goals. Good to see Philippi Daig didn't choke. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Good for Alex Holtz, too. 2 points. He has 3 points in his last 2 games. I don't know. Maybe we were right. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should trust him. Maybe we should. Yeah, I guess it's too much to ask for someone to show up early on. And Philippi Daig, he actually posted over a 900 save percentage. Oh my God. Jesus, is that you? Are you back? Because miracles are happening, Jesus. Philippi Daig posted over a 900 save percentage in a playoff game. Oh my God. Do you believe in miracles? And now we get to go to Game 7, right? Where again, Appleby, he's been solid. Greg's been great. Alex Holtz now has 5 points. Again, he sucked for the first 4 games. But games 5 and 6, he turned it on. Good on him. Paul Cato, done very well. No complaints. Joakim Kamel is the reason why we're still here. Nazir Kostopoulos, relatively disappointing. It looks a little bit better, though. Samard, been great. Nazarov, been great. Nick Ritchie, again, at least he's not a detriment defensively. Offensively, surprise, surprise, with the exception of Alex Holtz disappointing, we've been on point, as we should be for a team that's based upon the concept of all-out offense. The question is, what version of Philippe Daig is going to show up? I don't know. I'm afraid to find out. We're gonna find out. But, yeah. I'm just a little bit nervous, that's all. Just a little bit. There's no reason to fret, though, right? We're gonna be fine. We're gonna make it through this. It's gonna be okay. And if it's not, I'm firing Philippe Daig out of a cannon into the sun, where he will burn alive. And I will laugh. How's that for kid-friendly content, YouTube? Game 7! Let's find out where my mental state's going to be within the next 3 minutes. Here we go! First period of Game 7 in our first round matchup against the Tampa Bay Lightning here in Tampa. Amalie Arena. You still want to call it the St. Pete Forum because, damn it, that's when they had success. That's right, Lightning fans. Get shit on. First period, we are tied at 1. Bemstrom on the power play. Paul Cato scores again. 12 shots to 6. Well done from Daig, keeping us in it. Pretty good. Second period, and we're probably fucked. Brett Howden scores. With 48 seconds left. We are trailing 2-1, heading into the third period. And I can already see the comments now. If we lose, well, it was close. It could have gone either way. End result's the same, guys, line changing or not, unless we turn this around in the third. Here we go. Will this be the last 20 minutes of our season? There's a good chance it will be. Power play for Tampa is killed off. 12 minutes left. Somebody score. I just said we're scoring goals because we're based on all that offense, and now you're getting shut down by Igor fucking Shesterkin. Oh my sweet Christ. So what's the excuse this time? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I can't wait. What's it gonna be? Is it the personnel that they just weren't good enough? Is it just bad luck? Just RNG didn't go your way, man. No need to be so pissed about it when RNG hasn't gone your way in this entire goddamn series. Michael Rasmussen outperforming Alex Holtz. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be fine. Philippe Daig has a great game. We still fucking lose. Daig has a great game. We can't score. We can't stop scoring. Daig allows 20,000 goals. We lose in the first round. Again. Amazing. Brody Appleby didn't score a goal. I don't expect him to. He had 5 points in 7 games. That's okay. Greg was solid. I still say Alex Holtz can kick rocks. Well, there's only a 1-goal difference. Yeah, and Alex Holtz is being paid $12 million because I can't renegotiate with anybody because nobody wants to resign. Paul Cato was phenomenal for a 19-year-old. Tremendous. Joakim Kamel was phenomenal. Would he have done better on the top line? Maybe. Maybe if we got Nazir Kostopoulos away from him, who wasn't that good, he was okay. Samard was much better. Nazarov was okay, a bit rough defensively. Ritchie, nah. And again, the fourth line was pretty solid. Defensively, Montgomery was great. Trafford was great. The rest of them, well, let's hope there's some player development. And then what it all comes down to, goaltenders falling apart in the playoffs. Name a better duo. I'll fucking wait. And I'll be waiting for a long, long time. The good news, let's see here. Hold on. Oh, you mean everybody doesn't want to come back again? Nobody wants to re-sign again. But no, it's okay. The game's fine. It's fine. The mode's fine. The game's fine. Every year. We're lucky if one person wants to come back Nobody wants to re-sign, so we're going to get screwed on the cap again. But again, maybe I'm just salty. I don't know. Maybe I am losing it. Maybe I am losing my touch. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I have criticisms that are just viewed as complaints. At least by some people. Which is fine. A lot of people agree with me. A lot of people agree with me. Some don't. That's cool. I want what you're having. To live in that fantasy world where we're going to pretend that there isn't something broken about this. Another draft coming up. Let me know what you think. What do we do? I mean, we're going to get fucked on the money. We're going to get absolutely bent over on the money again. So yeah, had we signed Afinogenov, guess what? We'd be losing somebody else because Grigorenko is going to want over $13 million. Well, you have $41 million. Yeah, look at who we have to sign. Look at how much money we're going to have to give up. Brody Appleby's going to want more than $10 million too. Boris Nazarov is going to want at least $7 million. Korobov is going to want at least $4.5 to $5 million. We're screwed. We're absolutely screwed because the concept of draft to glory cannot work when you have players who just refuse to re-sign. So let me know. Let me know. And in the meantime, I'll consider, I'll just sit here and still ponder over and consider just how frustrating it is to watch what has the potential to be the best franchise mode in a sports game, at least a console sports game. You can talk about out-of-the-park baseball franchise, fucking Football Manager, whatever. This has the framework to be better than Madden. It's not that tough. Madden's franchise mode is fun. It's solid. They don't give a fuck about it. Oh, we added X factors. Yeah, guess what? That's a fucking game-wide thing. Well, we added in moments where you can get these boosts. Nobody cares. NBA. Hey, we have a My League, but have you also seen our real-life casino? And then FIFA, where that mode's still fucking broken. It's almost December and career mode's still broken. So I turn to this for my hope. Oh, not to mention MLB The Show, where they literally don't fucking care and didn't change anything this year. And then, here's this game that I love, that I grew up playing more than any other, that I dreamed to have my name in the game, and it is. Tuki's a play-by-play name, and I made that happen. I willed it into existence. And I can't have fun with this game because I don't like the gameplay, and for whatever reason, franchise mode is just screwed in a couple of different ways, but major enough ways that, yeah, I'm sorry. If you're like, man, every video is turning into rant-heavy complaining, there's a reason for that, don't you think? Do you think it's me or the game? I love a good rant. Do you think it's me or the game? Feel free to watch me on Twitch when I play Pokemon. See how much I'm ranting and raving about that, except when it takes 14 fucking Pokeballs because RNGesus said, fuck you, you're not catching this thing. Feel free to watch those streams to see how much I complain. Feel free to see how much I complain playing something like Luigi's Mansion around Halloween. Compared to this. Where it's the frustration because I know it should be better than this. It should be. It should be. I'll see you in the next one, because there will be a next one. But yeah, if you want me to answer the question of, hey, are the problems with this game wearing you down? Is the lack of roster sharing wearing you down? And then people coming to you every day, and I don't mind that because I love you guys, but people coming to me every day like, man, look at how this is screwed up. Look at how this is screwed up. I wish I could download your rosters, this, and this. And all I see is, hey, Juju Smith-Schuster's in the game. Yeah, that's what I want. That's appealing to the broad audience. Yeah, because a football fan is going to be like, oh my God, Juju's in hockey? What's hockey? But still, Juju's in it, I'm going to get it. Rather than being like, hey, people have been asking for roster sharing for God knows how long. Yeah, we could do that. But no, Juju Smith-Schuster, so we can have headlines for a day and then everybody forgets about it. But hey, at least, and no disrespect, I love Nasher. I love Tactics. But cool. They got Instagram likes because Adidas sent them jerseys. Cool. And people forgot about it the next day. Meanwhile, I sit here and I want to have fun with this game because it's my favorite goddamn game. And I get to deal with trying to act like I'm having fun, trying to manage this. disaster that you're seeing right here, right now in that category. Is that rant heavy enough for you? Let's put all the cards out on the table then, shall we? It's not good. It should be great. The framework is there to be great, and it's not. There's no other way to put it.